Have you ever imagined yourself on stage, captivating an audience with your story? What if I told you the tools to get there are simpler than you think? Whether you're starting out or stuck wondering how to break through, today's episode is your roadmap to professional public speaking. We are talking about the basics. What is public speaking 101? And what are the fundamental steps to becoming a professional public speaker? All right, let's go.
Welcome to the Flourishing Entrepreneur Podcast with Aleya Harris. If you're looking for actionable ways to overcome communication and differentiation challenges by sharing radically authentic stories, you are in the right place. Listen in and learn how to stand in the power of your unique narrative to transform your personal life, business, and workplace culture. And now, your host, award-winning international speaker, strategic storytelling consultant, and Japanese whiskey lover, Ruby Coral's mom, Aleya Harris.
What is public speaking 101? What are the basics? What do you need to know? Can someone please just break it down for me? I get it. You're just like, I just need someone to give me some clarity on just what are the steps? So I really understand that. And I don't think I've shared on this podcast before. I kind of took a weird route. I wasn't let me go learn how to do this and understand the basics. I kind of just started doing it. And I think that made me a great speaker. I was a really great speaker, but not as good as I could be until I went back to understand the basics of professional public speaking. And how do I know that that is true? Well, because the first time I was nominated for a Speaker of the Year award, I lost. I was nominated, so I was good enough to be nominated. But I remember sitting there. I had spoken so much in that conference, and I was assisting even with the conference, and I felt so good, and I looked beautiful. But I lost. I was so dejected, and my friend won, and I was very excited for her. She very much deserved it. But I was left asking myself the question, what do I need to change or better represent about myself to win next year? Because I am anything besides a quitter. I was going to win that award, right? So I went back to the basics. I really started paying attention to myself. And I realized that public speaking 101, yes, it's getting up, holding the microphone, etc. But it's really about being of service, understanding what you're measuring on, what are the goals of the audience? What are the goals of the presenter? What are the goals of the organization? What are the goals of the corporate event planner? And then being authentic and connecting. Those are the basics. And once I was able to pull everything back that I was doing and focus on those things, guess what happened the next year? Can you guess? Are you going to guess? Can you guess? I totally won. I totally won. I won Speaker of the Year that next year. Not only did I win, I actually won twice for two different organizations. So I am going to teach you in this episode some of the basics so that you can be, anything but basic. You can understand the foundational elements, the how to be a public speaker 101 and what are the fundamentals so that you can use them to transcend and be great. The 3 steps to begin your public speaking journey start off with defining your why. You want to know how defining your purpose, like inspiring others or growing your brand, guides your speaking journey. So for me, my why is to love people into the highest versions of themselves at scale. And I do that through helping them connect with themselves through my frameworks, through storytelling, through showing themselves how they are connected through their stories to other people. But if your why is to help people no longer be victims or feel like they are victims, if your why is to show people that they are valuable, you need to figure out what that is, because that will define your topics, your niche, your business, your services, where you submit to speak, what your pitch looks like, who you're pitching to, all of it. Your why defines it all. And the best way to do that is to excavate your authentic self, to channel the highest version of you for compelling, transformative public speaking. You need to ask yourself, what is the narrative I've been telling myself? And is that narrative going to serve me for where I'm trying to go? Shed those outdated narratives, replenish your spirit, and enable yourself to connect deeply and resonate with your audience. A great place to start with this is with forgiveness. You want to speak forgiveness into your life because the situation, the trauma, whatever happened has nothing to do with the other person. It has everything to do with you because it's still happening within inside of you if you haven't forgiven it. So forgive yourself for judging yourself. Forgive the person or the people of the situation for doing whatever they did, and forgive yourself for judging the situation. Forgive yourself for being in that situation. Forgive your father, forgive your mother, forgive. If you need some help on doing that, you can look inside of my book at Spark the Stage, which is at aleyaharris.com/spark. Oh, I'm sorry. No, that's my course. aleyaharris.com/book or on Amazon. The book is called Spark the Stage. And there's an entire Essence expedition in there all about forgiveness. But that's a place to start because forgiveness is this, in my experience, some of the stickiest judgment and the stickiest weight that pulls you away from your authentic self. And when you start to get a little bit more forgiveness, you start to get a little bit more freedom and more creativity, and your ideas open up around your why. So I encourage you to first start with forgiveness. Then you have to master the fundamentals, and those are the essential skills of presence and energy, channeling from spirit. I don't feel pressure when I'm on stage because I channel from spirit. So when you channel from spirit, you allow yourself to understand that your message is greater than you. Your message is coming through you for a purpose, and you just need to keep your channel open by doing things like practicing forgiveness. And then you take the messages, your why, and you use storytelling frameworks to put it all together. Story-focused and narrative-focused talks and brand platforms are more successful. So you should create a radical spark signature talk. And that's my outline. And I'm going to walk you through what that outline looks like. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to kindle the desire of your audience. Build the audience's emotional and intellectual desire for change or action. And you're going to illuminate the challenge. What is the main problem that you're going to talk about? You then describe the steps of the journey. There should be 3. You're going to do step 1, step 2, step 3 to take them from point A to point B. You're going to articulate a controlling idea. So clearly define your talk's central message or thesis that guides the narrative. Then you're going to put in a lead magnet. A lead magnet is something that you give away for free in exchange for an email address. It's a tool that supports your talk's message. Then you're going to steam your presentation, fuel the journey with STEAM. You're going to STEAM it 3 times. And STEAM is an acronym that stands for story, teach, experience, action, and main idea. You're going to tell a story that's relevant to illustrate your key points. You're going to teach something, give actual educational how-to tangible content, provide an in-room experience that doesn't create dead air, give action steps to direct your audience of what exactly to do next, and then provide that main idea, again, that controlling idea for each section. Then after you steam your presentation 3 times, or the 3 main sections of your presentation, you're going to reiterate the overall controlling idea by reminding the audience of the core message and its relevance, have a closing thought or activity. Then you're going to encourage them to share the spark, encourage the audience to spread the insights they've gained, engage with you. You then reiterate your lead magnet, and you provide them a call to action with your contact details with some clear next steps. That is a storytelling framework for a presentation. So when you are moving through, how do I become a speaker one-on-one, you need a good presentation. So that is the bare bones of how to do that. Then you need to build your confidence. I have 4 ways for you to do that. These are not by far exhaustive, but there are 4 things you can do to start now. 1, list your top 5 strengths and read them to yourself daily. You are really amazing, and you need to believe that. Next, you can write a letter to your future self about your personal growth, right? What have you accomplished? What have you attained? Who are you? Third, you can create a confidence mantra for yourself and repeat it daily. I am powerful. I am strong. I am a great communicator, right? Just have it, make sure it's about yourself and not controlling other people. And the fourth thing is to just do it. Get on stage, start speaking. That's the best way to build confidence, is to just do the thing. Right now, I want you to take a moment, take a breath in, hold it, and out. One more. In, hold it at the top, and out. And I want you to imagine yourself on stage, just very quickly, speaking confidently. And I want you to say out loud right now, I am a powerful, authentic speaker. Feel how your body responds. Are you like, oh yeah, that feels great? Or, oh no, that's a lie. I want you to say it until your whole body is buzzing. I am a powerful, authentic speaker. 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 Woo! Now that we've done that, take a moment, write a paragraph using my crisis story framework, which I'm going to tell you about in a second, and practice saying your story out loud. Start telling your story. It's the first step to owning yourself on stage. You can tell it on social. You can tell it in an email. First thing you're going to do in your story is set the time and place. It was a cold night in 2024, but my hands were hot as I felt the warmth spread through my face and my body. It was the most embarrassed I've ever been in my entire life. That's the beginning of an opening of a great story. What is that going to be like? Second, I want you to articulate the problem that caused the crisis. Third, I want you to outline 3 steps on how you resolve the problem and what came of it, the outcome and the moral. And the fourth thing, I want you to relate to the broader context. The main idea here is that public speaking begins with clarity of your story, your purpose, and your audience. I want you to master these fundamentals, and then the stage is yours. To get a jump start and dive more in depth, purchase my book, Spark the Stage, Master the Art of Professional Speaking and Authentic Storytelling to captivate, inspire, and transform your audience on Amazon at aleyaharris.com/book. If you're ready to get started with your journey to becoming a professional public speaker, sign up at First Spark the Stage. I will help you know that you are 100% doing it right. You can sign up at aleyaharris.com/spark. I also will walk you through that crisis story framework that I just gave you really quickly, but I'll go through more in depth in my free, yes, free, masterclass, Build Unstoppable Confidence and Book Speaking Gigs Without Feeling Like an Imposter. You can watch the masterclass at aleyaharris.com/masterclass. Your Spark steps, your homework for this episode is to build your crisis story and say it in front of a mirror or record yourself. You are going to be surprised at how powerful you truly are. Thank you so much for joining us here on this episode of the Flourishing Entrepreneur Podcast. My name is Aleya Harris, and today and every day, I wish you lots of love, light, and abundance. Bye for now.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the Flourishing Entrepreneur Podcast with Aleya Harris. Vibing with what you hear? Leave a 5-star review to spread the love, and be sure to click subscribe. We wish you love, light, and abundance. See you next time.